Welcome everybody, this is Mercury Roberts back at it again with another episode of Divinity Unleashed. And last time we spoke about the Empress. So the Fool is now going through life being initiated. I hope you guys are following the story of the Fool. And it basically says life was manifested in the Empress card, and she was the Great Mother. And so the Great Mother had nurtured the Fool, giving him a sense of abundance and liking to life. And so now we move into card number 4, and card number 4 is more of the Jocelyn side. Remember I spoke of the passive and the active side, Boaz being the passive side and Jocelyn being the active side. Okay, so Boaz, the Empress, would be more of the passive side. She's more of the nurturer, the caring nurturer. So now we move on the active side with Jocelyn, fire. Okay, and fire deals with male energy. And so the male energy is more aggressive. It's more attuned. It's more stiff. It's more left-brained. It's more powerful. Let's put it like that. Where the passive side is more settled. It's ruled by water. It's settled. It's intuitive. It's flowing. It's ever flowing. While fire is more like, I'm straight on you. And so for our 4th card, we have here the Emperor. So the Emperor is the ruler of all kings. He's not a fearful man at all. This card is ruled by Aries, Scorpio also. And the reason why I say Scorpio is because in a lot of Scorpio readings, you will see the Emperor come up, because Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Okay, that's our dominant ancient ruling planet, let's say. Pluto is our secondary ruling planet, but Mars is, I'm a Scorpio, and Mars is our first ruling planet. So, but this card, for shorts, this card is ruled by Aries for right now. Okay, so Aries is a very assertive sign. And this is this king here. As you see, he wears armor. And you see the 2 ram heads on his chair? Aries. Okay. And he wears the red garment over it, suggesting that he is power and all authoritative. He is not afraid of a thing. He stands mighty. He sits in his throne of power, saying that he is the hierarchy of all. He is the father of all fathers. He is the wise man with the white beard. He is the wise man. He is not afraid of life. He is a warrior. He protects himself. He protects those around him. As you see in the background, the mountains are in the background with, once again, a flowing river. You can miss that river sometimes, but the flowing river speaks of his intuition. So he is the passive side. Now this is a little interesting here, because the Emperor is not a gentle man. He's not calm or anything of the sort. He's actually all about war, and he's all about putting his power on the people, putting his authority to people. He's about aggression. He's about speaking truth. He's about speaking power. He's not afraid. But still, somehow, some way, because if you check in the fool's journey, this is the fool's journey. This is the journey of life. We all go to, we all go from. And it's an amazing thing. But the emperor sits on a concrete. He sits on concrete, so he's structured. He's a structured individual. And so that river right there, this little bit of river, says that he is also intuitive. He uses intuition to make things happen. So he listens to his mind. It almost reminds me of Solomon, King Solomon, where he had the power. And I want y'all to understand something. I do reference from certain religions, and it's because I grew up studying these things. And even though I have my own way of belief and understanding of life, I reference this because so many people know about it. So I'm trying to relate basically to you guys, so then I can come from a place of understanding, so everybody can get where I'm coming from. But later we will talk about religion and beliefs. But back to this card though. Okay, so the emperor comes up in a reading for you to tell you, be a king of oneself. We are all rulers. We all are assertive. We all have power. We all have dynamic energy to carry ourselves through life. It's not about being fearful to live. A lot of people are timid. They wait for things to happen. They don't want to put the effort in. They don't want to put the structure in. They just want to dream. They want to think. They want to feel. But with the emperor, there's no room for that. There's no room for not putting in effort. And so the emperor asks you this question. The emperor asks you, how are you asserting your beliefs? How are you asserting your energy? What are you putting your energy into? Are you being rigid? Because the emperor is sitting there. He has a straight face. He's not really smiling. He's a very wise man, but he's a very serious man. Very serious. And so he's asking you, are you taking life seriously? Or did you get lost over here with all the trees and the nurturing and the, because you got to put some work in, buddy. You got to put some work into life. If you want to be on top of everything, then you got to be on top of everything. You got to be. You got to assert yourself. And so the king here wears the crown on his head. You see this crown? This crown stands for mental energy. When you see a crown on somebody in the tarot, it stands for mental energy. It stands for brilliance because it's a golden crown and it's authoritative. Crowns are understood to be for authority. And so the crown basically states this person is wise and knows how to use, because there's red in his crown. I'll show you a little closer. There's red in his crown, red jewels actually in his crown. So it says that he uses his resources wisely. He uses his power wisely. He helps people around him. He gives order and protection to those around him who need it. He does not he does not compromise either what he thinks. He does not compromise his feeling. He does not compromise his goals. He is straightforward on the path. There is no taking away from him. There is no taking away from his goals, his structure, his destination. It is what it is. And so this card is also ruled by Mars. And Mars is a very assertive, dynamic planet. It also stands for war. It also stands for weaponry. It also stands, Mars also stands for power, sex, transformation also, in a sense. It's short distance travel, no travel at all sometimes, explosions, ruptures. Yeah. So, as a personality card, though, the Emperor is a person who is very rigid. He's the straight-faced person that comes to you and he's always like, what are you doing? How's your day? My day's going good. Are you serious? You better take me serious because I'm really serious. I don't like to joke. It's not funny to me. Let's go take care of some business. If you ain't talking serious, I don't want to talk to you. Get out my face. And so that is the Emperor's personality. It's very straightforward and structured, and they just exude so much power without having to say too much. They're very wise. They're not timid at all, and they will whoop that ass. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. They will come at you in a manner that you ain't ready for. This card is also ruled by the number 4. And 4 is the number of power, is the number of dynamism, is the number of structure, is the number of ideas, is the number of flow of things, materials. Money is the number of material possessions. A lot of 4s are very possessive of their money. They're very possessive of their people, their friends, things that are important to them. And so I think that would conclude. Actually, I do want to talk about one more thing. In this card, he has the rod of power, the scepter, and he has a globe in his hand. I want to say an orb, but I call it a globe because all circles in the tarot stand for wholeness, completion. So he has a rounded idea of how things work. And so the gold in it, once again, is the mental capacity, right? So the gold basically speaks like he has the world in his palms, and he has an idea of how to make things happen. The scepter of power that's in his hand is basically saying he rules over everything. Mind over matter. He does not care about emotions. It is what it is. So that will conclude the Emperor card for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe and schedule your reading at the links below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Keep the power within you. Don't let nobody take your power. You are worth it. Blessings, Divinity Unleashed.